Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and I'm so glad to have you here today. I'm really excited to continue to play the game Firewatch. I played that a couple days already this week, and I'm super excited to continue the playthrough. It's been a lot of fun to come back to this game. It's got all sorts of amazing things. The visuals are great, the tone is great, the atmosphere, the writing. I really can't think of any negatives, and it's been so much fun to get to share that with you and re-experience it again myself. You can see down here, I've got my camera ready, made that just for this trip, so I've already taken some nice shots in-game, and I'm looking forward to getting some more today. I mean, you've probably already caught up with where we were, but just a quick summary going back. We are following the character Henry. The year's 1989. We are in the Shoshone National Forest in Wyoming. Henry is kind of distancing himself from some challenges he's facing back home. His wife Julia has early onset dementia. She's been struggling with that, and as a result, Henry's been struggling as well. Currently, Julia is back with her family in Australia, but rather than being with her, Henry is out in the wilderness. He's taken a job for the summer as a member of a Firewatch, up in one of those watchtowers to, as the name implies, watch for fires. And, that's where he is now. At a nearby tower, I've communicated by radio with someone named Delilah. She's been doing this for a handful of more years than I have, or that Henry has. So she's just kind of that guide in what needs to be done, that voice for directing things, the one to go to with questions and concerns. And as time has gone on, we've developed a friendship, and potentially maybe a little more than that at times. But it's been a handful of days as well now. Our first playthrough was just days 1 and 2, but yesterday was much more of a marathon montage. Starting off of day 3 yesterday. We can't omit too many details. There's a lot more than just watching for fires out there. The very first day, there were a couple teenage girls that were lighting off fireworks nearby, so Henry was tasked with going and making sure they put a stop to that because it was dangerous and illegal. So I found the girls, I found their fireworks and their whiskey, and I confiscated both of those, and I told them to knock it off, basically. And they were mad. They called me a creep, among all sorts of other names. They weren't happy, but, it is what it is. They were doing something illegal and dangerous, so that needed to stop. The next day, I was tasked with finding there was some sort of down communication line. So I was following that up to the north, and I found the line eventually. But it wasn't down naturally. It had been clearly cut. That was a problem. Henry and Delilah assumed it was probably those teenagers again. There was also a mysterious figure that I saw the first night as I was headed back to my tower. I didn't get a good look at exactly who or what it was, but he shined a light down on me and then was gone, so there's a lot of weird things happening for a short time into his summer already. But while I was up looking at the downed lines, I noticed a plume of smoke back to the south. Assuming it was those same girls from the night before, I was going to head down there, and the plan was to scare them off, to kind of just get them out of here, have them take whatever antics they were getting up to and do it somewhere else. Only when I got down there, things weren't looking so good. I got down and, their tent was torn up, there were clothes strewn about and torn up, and no girls to be seen. They did leave a note that, again, confirmed their displeasure with Henry. Called him a creep, said they were going to the police about the damage he'd caused, which was concerning because, aside from confiscating their stuff, I didn't actually do anything. But that was a whole new set of problems for day 2 of this summer. And to really cap off day 2, I'd made my way back to my tower only to get there and see that someone had broken in. They broke a window, they threw my typewriter out. Maybe it was the typewriter that broke the window. But, there was glass everywhere. So just, welcome to the wilderness, basically. Day 3 began as I was nailing the hole in the window up. And then it was just kind of that montage. We jumped from day 3 to day 7 or something, and things were looking like they'd settled down a little bit. Henry was enjoying a look at the sunset, only to get a call from Delilah that she has had word, basically, that we have 2 missing people in the area. 2 teenage girls that were last seen about a week prior. And that matched perfectly with the descriptions and the names for the girls that I had encountered on night 1, which Delilah said means I was likely the last person to see them. So, great. Add one more challenge to things. But, it gave me the choice, and I said I'm going to remain committed to seeing this through properly, complying with whatever is expected of me because I've got nothing to hide. And, I do genuinely want this to be resolved properly. So, Delilah said, she doesn't like dealing with the police if we can help it, but, I remained open to that because that's what a responsible person does. And so from there, we kind of, continued to have time move forward. Delilah and I got a little bit closer by way of radio. Henry kind of revealed that he realizes pretty clearly that he is running away from his responsibilities with his wife. And Delilah kind of shared some more of her backstory as well and said, we're all running away from things. That doesn't make you a failure at things. It's just, that's part of what happens in life. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's just a thing that happens. So kind of that don't beat yourself up about it because you're not the only one. Which was some good bit of companion bonding there. There was at one point yesterday during the gameplay where Henry woke up in the middle of the night, originally hearing Delilah talking through the radio, so he picked it up, only for it to be the voice of Julia on the other end. I was able to talk to her for a while, and it sounded like a nice, sweet little sentimental back and forth between the two of them. Only for a few days later, Delilah chimed in and said, "Hey, I didn't want to mention it, but I heard you talking to, through the radio the other night. You sounded totally groggy, really out of it, and you kept talking about Julia and Jules. I didn't have the heart to wake you up." So kind of feels like, questioning a bit more about Henry's mental state with everything and hearing his wife when she may or may not have actually been talking to him. Things progressed again a bit further, and it's hard with some of the time jumps to kind of try to keep this all in order, but one night we get to look out across the wilderness and see the thing we're out here to watch for. There's a fire. It was in the distance, which is good, but it looked like a fairly significant fire. It was the middle of the night, so the blaze was nice and bright. Of course, Delilah and I were both watching that, and she said, we like to name these fires, so I'm going to give you the honor of naming this one. So in honor of a fun little insult she'd had about somebody that got in her way that she taught me earlier on, calling somebody a flapjack. "Oh, yeah, you flapjack, you got in my way," or something. I decided we were going to name this fire the Flapjack Fire. She kind of wondered about my my sense of humor or something, but Henry said, "Yeah, it's funny. I like it." And I was right there with him. So off in the distance, we have the Flapjack Fire burning, somewhat controlled at this point. They brought a squad of firefighters down to implement some level of fire break. I'll admit I'm not totally 100% qualified to talk about fire management. Probably not even 50% qualified, but basically I believe they kind of went through and, did a bit of a controlled burn to kind of create a barrier to dissuade the fire from coming this way. Cut down on its fuel source and ability to spread to kind of keep it controlled, essentially. That could totally be off base, so, don't quote me on that if you're doing this for anything professional, but that's my take on things. From there. I didn't keep the best notes for this, but from there we caught up with Henry probably a month or so later. Well, maybe not that long. A while later, though. Looked like he was going out fishing. It wasn't supposed to be. Delilah reminded him that technically that's poaching since you don't have a license and all that, but either way, he didn't get to go fishing because along the way I got down by Jonesy Lake, the place where we'd found the teenage girls partying on night one, and there was a strange clipboard. It said it was from Wapiti Station, and it had notes. Not just any notes, though. They were specific notes about conversations between Henry and Delilah, like word-for-word conversations, with additional notes, like, are they more than friends sorts of things, and little analysis bits like that. But it was, someone had obviously been listening to the two of them. And Delilah was a little unsure. It's like, are you sure you're not reading this wrong? And, seeing something that's not. And that's when Henry turned a page and, read verbatim exactly the dialogue that Delilah had said, word for word. And that was where it kind of sunk in that something weird is going on. That was when I had some strange static on my walkie-talkie radio and was going to try to find what was going on with that. I doubled back a little bit towards the way I'd come, and I saw there was a red radio on the ground. We used yellow ones, so that one stood out. At first I thought it was one of the discarded beer cans from earlier. So I approached it, and I picked it up. And Henry was taking a close look at it, only for something to suddenly and abruptly hit him across the right side of his head. That was another well-done scene. I could feel like it was right there in my right ear as the blow came across. He groggily kind of came to after some, not long a time, but not instantly, to notice that the red radio and the clipboard were both gone. Somebody had intentionally hit him and taken those things away. Didn't see anybody, didn't specifically hear anybody. There was some rustling in the trees, but we didn't have any specifics to go off of. And we no longer had the clipboard to refer back to for any more information on the paperwork that was there. So this was a concern. All we remembered was the note about Wapiti Station. So I asked Delilah about that, and she'd mentioned that there's a Wapiti clearing or valley or meadow or something to the north of Jonesy Lake. So that seemed like the most logical place to check. So Henry walked off that way to find a long, huge fenced-off area. Locked gate. He said it looked like Area 51. Talked to Delilah about that, told her about these fences, and she was just as confused as I was. She's like, there's not supposed to be anything going on there. I don't have any record of any sort of research station. And there were all these official government decrees to, not trespass. So really strange. The gate was locked. Henry couldn't get it open. So Delilah suggested maybe there are still some firefighters down at an old scout camp in the south. They'd been working down there for a controlled burn. So to head down there, meet up with them, and kind of come back and address this odd situation with some backup, basically. So that was my next goal. I headed down south, kind of backtracked the way back to my tower, and eventually I did make my way down there. And there was more bonding dialogue between Delilah and I along the way. It was a nice bit of walking. And I got down there, and unfortunately the firefighters were gone. Couldn't get any help from them that way. They did leave behind an axe, which Delilah said, since it was a firefighting axe, it was actually a Pulaski. But Henry's response was basically, yep, it's an axe, all right. It looks like I can chop stuff with it, so it's going to be an axe. So I was able to clear some brush that was blocking my path, and, chop a tree down to make a bridge back across a ravine to make my way back towards it, because I was going to try to head back to that research station. And along the way, there was just more of that concern of who's out there listening to us and why. We kind of figured they must be doing some sort of research about us if they're keeping detailed notes on the two of us. We don't know what kind of experiment this is, if it's some sort of behavioral science thing or what, but that's why we wanted to get some answers from this sealed off research area. And along the way, there was that bit of paranoia of who's listening sort of thing, and not really knowing. And so Delilah and I were talking about where we were going to go, and there was kind of that, I almost sensed some hesitation from Henry to not really want to say these things over the radio because we know someone is listening. But he said that we were going to basically, try to head back up towards the gate and see what's inside there. So as I was making my way across an area, Delilah and I were talking, and then at one point neither of us were talking, and on the radio we heard a distinct cough and the sound of like something metallic being dropped and somebody shuffling to do something, and then silence. And then so, Henry asked Delilah, did you just cough? And, no. Did you just cough? No. So there's obviously, we've both heard it. There's 100% somebody else listening to things right now. So, that kind of got the old heart rate going, and the new plan, and we were no longer headed up to the Wapiti station. Delilah said, go back to your tower, lock the door, stay there until I contact you. That was how things wrapped up. I think this was day 76 by this point. So that's what I did. We saw the very beginning of day 77 when we saved it and quit from there, but the plan is today to head into the game, kind of start that day from the beginning of the day and continue on from day 77 to see what happens next. So I think that should be a decent summary of what's going on. I guess if you've got any questions along the way, let me know, but that should catch us up. I'm really looking forward to see where things go from here, and I hope you are as well. So I will get us over to the game, and we will continue this fun playthrough of Firewatch. Okay, here we are. And after yesterday's audio issues, I guess I didn't mention this yet, but things look to be working properly today, so hopefully you can hear me live and I won't need to do the additional voiceover. It was kind of fun doing it that way, but I do prefer this way, so that's how we're going to look to do today. I think if I go to continue, I think there's going to be an option in my menu to start the day from the beginning. We didn't see too much of it, but just for general continuity, that's going to be my attempt anyway. If it's not an option, I guess I kind of remember Henry was waiting in his tower for Delilah to call, and she hadn't called. So he basically reached out to her, and she cheerily greeted him. It's like, oh, hi, I was just out, doing whatever, and I was away. So after her insistence of get back to your tower, lock up, and stay there, it seemed kind of odd for this happy, cheery, how you doing this morning, Henry, sort of thing. But again, I don't have a whole lot to go off of because that's where we wrap things up. So hopefully I'm able to just jump us back in and start the day over to see it all fresh today. Okay. Yep, looks like restart current day is an option. So, yeah, we'll just come in with a little bit better context if I do it that way, I think. I really hope that doesn't take us too far back, but it says current day. Yeah, I'm going to go with it.
Hello, sunshine.
Okay.
Sorry, I went out for a little bit. What can I do you for?
I didn't sleep a wink last night, and I've been going crazy for the past 6 hours of sunup. How are you so chipper?
Good question.
Well, it's a new day. What a day, this day we've been given.
Maybe I am actually asleep right now. Maybe I didn't stay up all night knowing that someone is...
I actually slept just great.
Okay.
By the way, I was wondering if your Flora of the Shoshone info poster was still up inside your tower?
What?
It's just protocol that those stay up. You know, info about your tower, the surrounding tree species, etc.
All right.
Just, you know, have a look at it. Make sure it's in ship shape.
I think I know where she's going with this, and I kind of like the creativity there. Ooh. I've taken off my wedding ring. Okay. There's that whiskey I confiscated. The fireworks are still there. I was kind of confused because yesterday both the whiskey and the fireworks were back again down by Jonesy Lake. And so I confiscated them once again. Let's take a closer look at what Henry wrote here. July 16th, 1989. What the fuck difference a day makes? Holy hell. I didn't even know where to begin. It's late, past midnight, so I'm going to write everything that happened today as fast as I can. I went down to the lake and found a clipboard and walkie-talkie, and I don't know how to describe this. I don't know what to say other than someone is listening to Delilah and I. I know that sounds crazy, but someone out there is listening to us and attacked me. They're taking notes about our conversations. We think there might be some sort of study going on. Like maybe we were given these jobs not just to look for fires, but to be part of a behavioral study or something. Fuck, I know this all sounds insane. It is insane. I don't know how to explain any of it. Delilah definitely heard someone on our walkie-talkies too. It wasn't just me. I'm rambling here. She heard someone too. I tried calling her a couple of times tonight, but we don't want to talk on these anymore. I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, that feeling of isolation then. I mean, when the walkie-talkie is your one line to other people. And even that doesn't feel safe anymore. It's like, you are alone out here. I still got coffee, though, so... even with everything else, we have Rainer's Classic Roast Coffee. Some dishes as well. But we're supposed to go over and inspect our Flora of the Shoshone poster. And I'm supposed to inspect it, but Henry wants to stick to the radio. It is still here. What am I supposed to see? Can I see it before we see it?
Okay, yeah, it's up. Why are you acting like this?
Great. Just wonderful. Do you see the tree in the top row, second from the left?
Sure.
Aha.
It's the,
No. You don't need to tell me, just,
Aha.
internalize it. It's a great tree. And there's an area called, that tree's name in your sector that maybe you should take a midday hike to. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I should go for a hike.
Nothing like an afternoon in the Rockies, I tell ya. Radio me the moment you get there.
I already reported the poster, so there's no need to call her back on that. But I do like the idea there, that nice creativity of, you know, the cottonwood there, because I remember looking at the map, and let's take a look at that together. But I remember thinking about Cottonwood Creek yesterday as I was coming down across the Ruby River near Pork Pond, which I do see is actually noted on there. I was thinking, I saw the line dead end over there. It's like, do I want to head off that way? But Thankfully I didn't, because I've got a reason to go back down there today. And it's really cool to kind of see the map filled in like this too, with all the different trail notes that I've taken. Well, not taken. I've taken the notes. I haven't taken all the trails, but actually I have taken a few of them. Either way, we've got our destination, so let's head out. Anything else to take with me before I go? Nope, looks like not. That fire's still really burning. I mean, fires will do that. I like it every time. Just a great animation. It really sells the reality of this whole place. It's cool how little things like that can say so much and make it feel so real. Alright, so we're headed south, which is, yeah. And we can see this. I mean, I'm sure it's obviously smoke at this point. It's late enough in the day that smoke from a distance is at less of a distance now, which means that fire is presumably burning at a good rate and taking out more with it. Okay, this looks like a trail. I'm still encouraged. Yeah, that was something else about this playthrough. My navigation has been decent. I won't say it was been stellar, and I won't say I didn't get lost more times than I probably ought, but there's also that part of me that's like, okay, I'm on a trail, but at what point do I stop and just double check my map? You know, how much do I trust this trail? All right, I guess I should have kept trusting it. Yep, we're going to press ahead. It's going to curve a bit, and then we're going to end up crossing the creek. Yeah, watching back the playthrough yesterday and seeing myself cross or pass by that same cache north of Jonesy Lake like 3 times, that was something. Did I take a picture of this area yesterday? With the fire in the distance, the creek in the foreground. One more for our memories. We got 9 pictures left. Gonna want to strike that happy balance between having enough shots to take pictures when I need them and taking the pictures so, I don't run out. Well, not run out, but, get to the end of things and not have taken them, basically. This is where we cross, but what is over there? Is there anything over there? By the same logic as I was headed to the north of the scout camp to see what was in that corner, I want to kind of just take a quick look there. I know I need to come back and cross the stones here if there's nothing over there, but if there is, let's see it. If not, we'll know. So, it's a good outcome either way. It's looking like probably a no. Yep. Or I'm overlooking something. That is very much a possibility as well, but that kind of, again, fits the real side of things. Like, yeah, there isn't something hidden around every nook and cranny. I mean, yeah, there are things to see and discover, but it's not like there's something special that because you went this way, here's your reward for it. Sometimes, but not this time. All right, so I'm at the supply crate, which is not where I'm actually going, but it's a good landmark to navigate from. Okay, so I'm going to follow this trail down to the south, and when it breaks off, I'm going to take the path to my right. Yeah, this atmosphere, this is definitely smokier than it was. It's causing that differentiation in the colors, and kind of mixes with that feeling of unease. Even just hearing the branches rustling here, it's like, right. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going. I'm not sure. Did I miss my turn or did I? Nope, I did okay. All right. Should probably have more confidence. Oh, this is another nice scene. The way everything is lit, the silhouettes in the distance, the lush grass, the trees. This is one of those games. It'd be so fun to just walk through and just take those pictures. Like, oh yeah, here's this one, here's that one. And I mean, yeah, the art style is just perfect for this. I can't not. The tree, the sun, the hill, the rays. All right. The tree, I wonder if that's the cottonwood. It kind of has that same shape from the one from the Flora poster. Took me a little while to put that together. Every hill is just like such a discovery over the top of it. We've got these flowers down in the foreground. I'm going to resist the temptation. We'll take the picture with our eyes here, but oh, that is nice, isn't it? I guess I can take a screenshot. It doesn't need to be a picture. And after that stop, let's reorient ourselves here. Okay, I got a little off course. It's actually going to be a bit of a turn to my south to get where I was supposed to be. Maybe. The sounds of nature are more... they sound and they hit differently now. Maybe I'm going to stand by the big tree. Is it mapped as big tree now? It is. Ironically, it feels like it's in front of me, but it doesn't look like it on the map. But I'm at the big tree. Well, let's just keep going then. If nothing else, we get to scroll down into this nice area. Or stroll down into this nice area. I don't want to go too far away from where I'm probably supposed to be, but... Go to Cottonwood Creek. Well, I mean, this whole area is Cottonwood Creek. There's a cache box. Let's head for the cache. I mean, this looks kind of like a creek right in front of me here, too. All right. I'm not going to hopefully walk by this one too many times.
I'm here at Cottonwood Creek.
You see the cache box there?
I do.
It must be around here somewhere.
It is. Find it and open it. I changed the code. It's 5678.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
I was in a rush.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's part of me wants to radio about being at the supply cache.
Okay, found the cache box.
Great, open it.
It worked. New map information. Aha. A book. It's another Richard Sturgeon book. We found a couple of those from him so far. I know that's not what I'm here to find, but it's just kind of that fun. All right. Looks like a good book. Looks like a real book, too. When, part of the cover is missing here, and you kind of see that first page and the worn look of the pages. Well, it's not what I'm here for today, though. I'm obviously here for this. And this is one of those things I I'm going to ignore the urge to radio about this because this doesn't seem like the sort of thing we really want whoever's listening to us to know about. So I'm going to just pick this one up.
I've got it now.
Good. I spent all day getting you that radio. I hiked to a cash box, lied to a ranger, lied to another ranger, and hopefully you are now holding a clean, untapped radio.
Hopefully.
Holy fuck, Henry, we have to get into that site.
Tell me everything right now. All of it. You know what's going on.
Well, that's not what I meant. I thought I was going to give her
Right this
kudos.
minute.
Why would you think I know what the hell is going on? Well, I snuck out in the middle of the night
I answered
and
that
figured
too
out how to
quick.
get you a new, untapped radio because what, I'm fucking with you? The most important thing, Henry, is that we don't turn on each other. Maybe it's a hidden camera show.
None of those.
Maybe it's just people getting their kicks. Maybe it's... I don't know.
I should have looked closer at those. I really thought I was kind of giving her praise, and I was like, man, you're really in on this. You you got this all set up. You've got a plan. I shouldn't be headed south here. I should be headed north. Okay, north to a medicine wheel. We'll pass by that. And our goal is to break into Wapiti Meadow. Well, you know. Could have been better, but tensions are high between the both of them. You know, I'm sure emotions are what they are. Doesn't excuse it really, but you know. Well, this looks like our...
Hey, I just thought of something not great.
What is it?
I filed a report that said that neither of us ever talked to or saw those girls, the ones that went missing a few weeks back.
But we did talk to them.
What? Why would you do that? I told you to say the minimum and just keep it vague.
I know, and I didn't. I just didn't want to be hassled.
And now someone probably has a transcript of that entire conversation.
And I've filed a report that's a blatant lie.
Oh, and those girls are still missing.
Man, that's been a while. 70 plus days now.
Fuck, Delilah.
Fuck indeed. We really need to get to the bottom of this.
Well, somehow, despite getting way off course there, I made my way back. So yeah, we're going to go through that canyon to Jonesy Lake. And hopefully use our shiny new Pulaski axe. You know, how it was said to get through. I wonder if the whiskey and fireworks are going to be back again today. You wouldn't think so, but I wouldn't have thought so the first time, so... At this distance, I'm not seeing anything. I think it would have been right around here. I think this was the rock that it was. See, there's already a rope attached. Okay. I was like, why is it prompting me to attach that? I was sure I did that the other day. Sure enough, I did.
Nope.
All right. Got caught on a rock or something. I felt like I was flying there for a second. What am I seeing? I mean, okay. Do I go that way? I don't. No, I definitely don't go that way. I didn't think I did, but... Or maybe the fireworks had been up here further? I felt so confident knowing this area the other day, but now it seems a little shakier, doesn't it? I guess when I'm navigating by rocks and clumps of grass, there's gonna be a few that look like the others out there. Okay, yeah, this was 100% the fire. Turns out not all the rocks are the same out here. They are different. Yeah, the last time I'm coming through here and, hearing the rustling in these bushes, and then knowing what happened after the fact of getting hit in the head and having that radio we found be taken. That would definitely have to be on Henry's mind as he climbs through here. Another nice look at the lake. I've already got a good picture of the lake, though, so I'm going to resist the temptation to take another. Do I believe I crossed here the other day, and then we turned and headed north. And the different sounds of nature as we're closer to the water now. Here is that supply box that might as well have been invisible yesterday. All right. Doesn't feel like it was that way. Was it that way? It was that way. All right. So we're going to press on until the path turns, and we're going to take it to the left. To the left. That's right. I did the same thing yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to run at this point, and then I'm running right towards a sharp drop-off. So again, consistent navigation, even if not the best. Yep, I remember these stacked rocks. I remember getting up to the fence and having Henry see it well before I did. But yeah, this is the fence. Still says no trespassing. Stands to reason since it was in-game yesterday that we were here. I think. Yeah.
I'm busting the gate down. There's nobody around, and it's the quickest way in.
Copy that.
I guess, yeah, we're far beyond the protocol and procedure. Don't know what's going on. I mean, it's still a probably technically bad choice and almost certainly an illegal one. But this apparently is the answer. Part of me wanting to radio that in too was just to kind of keep Delilah updated on where I am, just in case something happens. She'll know it's like, okay, last I saw Henry, he was at the gate.
I smashed open the gate. Should I try to fix or hide this?
No, screw it.
Okay, then.
Is this lock hovering? So it's magic. Investigate Wapti Meadow. Terrifying. Bee plot. Got stung by a bee. It happens.
I got stung by a bee.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yes, kind of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not anything she could do about it, but I wanted a little sympathy. So, we've got a clipboard here. The same label maker printed Wapti Station tag at the top. Wapti Station personnel. If you're trying to reach Dr. Simmons, he is on site from August 15th to October 15th. University-owned equipment is the responsibility of Dr. Johnson. Government-owned equipment is under the purview of Cat Ferdinand. Remember, this is a controlled area, and any issues, malfunctions, or violations should be reported immediately. Well, I've already broken a gate. Let's steal their clipboard as well. If push comes to shove, maybe it'll be evidence that I'm a different kind of crazy, not the really bad crazy. Okay, this is a nice little... Henry kind of took over for me there. What was their plan here? I'm also kind of glad Henry knew there was a drop there, because it's a little dark. Okay. Yeah, technically Wappy Station is a ways up here. Okay. Just kind of wanted to make sure I'm not really missing things. Although, looking again here, there, just to the south, there's that little cut-in that, is that something? Just to the south. Are you talking like down here? Yeah, more or less. The way I navigate Henry, it's going to be well dark before we get there at this rate. So let's just kind of keep moving. All right. I'd like to think I can't really do too much damage to myself if I just keep going forward from here. So we'll put the map away. This seems to be that fork in the road, I imagine. That looks more man-made. So let's take the wide berth around it. Come up from a different angle here. Interesting sheen across things here.
Okay, I'm at the site. I don't see anybody around.
Lucky for us.
Yeah, lucky for us. Dee, there's some serious comms equipment out here, wireless stuff.
What do you mean?
I'm talking a big 20-foot tall transmission tower, and they could probably listen to whoever the hell they want. They're nestled down in this valley, which makes it impossible for you or any lookout to see them.
The way the smoke is going across the sun there and really making it, take on that really vibrant reddish orange hue. It's also part of the time of day, but it's another one of those, like, do I take another picture? But I'm going to try to control myself here. We'll be out of pictures before we even make it to the research station proper, if I do. Ooh. Okay, no, this is a picture, though. This is, good. I mean, I guess this is technically also evidence of my trespassing, so maybe it's a stupid picture in that regard, but from an I'm not lying about what's down here standpoint. Oh. Well, I've compromised whatever they're working on.
No, they're doing something with the soil out here, too. It's all gridded off.
Who knows what else they're up to?
My bad. The ominous blinking red light here. Since that is just begging for attention, there's this other part of me that wants to see what else is here.
I'm in their main tent.
What's it like?
It's definitely some sort of monitoring station.
Pretty nice for a tent.
I wonder where they are. All of their stuff is here.
And they know you're there, so see what you can find and get out.
They've got peanut butter. Biff peanut butter. Weren't there supposed to be bears in this area? Weren't we supposed to secure everything for that purpose? Oh man, I saw this cot and I thought, there's not somebody in here, is there?
This place sleeps 3. They've got a row of cots here.
So they live and work in the same tent?
Yeah, it's all one operation.
Like us.
Yeah, like us.
Again, it feels like this hard case is our big target. So I'm going to just kind of sweep around the other way here.
I found their main monitoring desk.
Oh my god, what do you see? Seriously, at this stage, I'd believe just about anything.
There's a box here with a dial. It has a needle, like it measures earthquakes.
You mean like a lie detector?
Yeah, I'm not sticking around to get hooked up to it.
I like how its description changed from earthquake monitoring to lie detector, question mark. Interesting string rope here. Kind of dubious that line seemed to be pointing towards my tower, but drawing a line from any point is easy to make it connect to whatever you want it to connect to.
Okay. Shit. Got a map here that confirms they're tracking our people's movements. The map's got all sorts of paths and areas marked off on it. There are lines that look like some of the paths I normally take.
Are you positive it's you?
I'm not sure, but I think so. There's some sort of monitor. I don't know what it does. Maybe air quality or something?
Maybe they're keeping data on everything that could impact our moods.
That looks possible. This is crazy.
Subject, beacon frequency, sex, social role. Interesting.
I mean, this stuff looks like it just got lifted out of the space shuttle.
I have to tell you, if I found out this was NASA, I'd be a hell of a lot happier.
They're measuring the barometric pressure, too. Why?
Maybe it's just a diversion.
Okay, so there's a log here that tracks the movement of 4 distinct subjects.
You and me?
Yeah, definitely me. And I suppose you too.
What about the other two?
I have no idea. Maybe another couple that's out here? Do you have any ideas?
It's just you and me, Henry.
Yeah, I know.
We'll talk this over and figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Interesting. Not sure what we can really make of this. The different subject numbers, the frequencies. I mean, male and female social role. A little tougher. Frequent departure from Two Forks area. Seems like that would fit Henry pretty well. Female avoidance behavior. Consult previous data. Also, a lower subject number kind of makes me wonder if that could be, I mean, it seems likely it would be referring to Delilah. And then we've got a couple others here that are a little harder to trace. Yeah, this one talking about, disproportionate food intake, conflict with other males. Another souvenir. Yeah, camp stove. Bulletin board. Ah, very nice looking log. Yeah, sign in, sign out sorts of things. Ooh, data. Red light. Again, just very official looking paperwork. Okay, hard case. I think I've seen everything else this room wants me to see. Or at least I hope I have. I tend to, I did my best. I feel good about that. Rags. Sturdy leather belt. Looks heavy. Okay, opening this hard case. Using your Anderson Wavefinder wave receiver, model 472C with compass. Locates any strong signal. Green light equals target straight ahead. Distance light equals strength of signal. Tone equals source of signal discovered. Okay, this looks crazy.
I think I found the thing they used to track us.
Holy shit.
You know, you swear like a lot.
Not the time, Hank.
Anyway, it's called a wave receiver. Looks like it picks up anything that emits a signal. It's got basic orienteering capabilities, everything. Holy
Shit, Henry.
yeah, holy shit.
You're gonna take it, right?
Yeah, of course.
I say, is this another picture? But how many do I have left? Is it 8 now? 7. It's like, yeah, do I make an even more evidence trail of my breaking in here? Or is this evidence in my own defense of stuff going on? Now, let's... I'm taking this wave receiver with me. That feels like a form of evidence. Something out of Ghostbusters.
Okay, this thing is losing its mind, beeping like crazy.
I can hear it. What's it after?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find out.
Ah, that's the compass part. Northwest seems to be where it wants me to look. Or so I thought. Okay, is it in the tent itself?
Yeah, I think this thing is responding to something in this pile of crap on the desk.
Dig through it.
Okay, this looks very important. Subject Henry, subject Delilah.
Are you shitting me?
What? What is it?
There's a folder of reports here.
What do they say?
They're assessments about the two of us. There's stuff in
Kill
here about
hidden.
Julia.
Like what?
Stuff I didn't tell you. This is...
What does it say about me? You said there was one about me.
And it looks like they've been following me around. What I do when I'm out hiking? Jesus.
Henry, do you hear me?
It says that you and your boyfriend are still together.
What? We're not. They're messing with us.
Yeah, okay.
They are. How do they even know who he is? How the hell does this... I'm so sick of letting these people do this to us. We should just burn the place down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Think about it.
Delilah,
What? Think about it.
I am, and I think it's insane.
They'd be fucked.
Yeah, and how about if that fire comes up the mountain? Or someone were to die in it?
We call it in?
We call it in?
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
good skepticism there.
My God, Delilah, no. No way.
Obviously, no.
Well, maybe it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best idea.
So fucking wound up.
It's all right. I'm just gonna hike back. We have the wave receiver, and tomorrow we can figure out what to do.
So, subject Henry M., age 39, program status review, 10 week. Observational traits, guilt-ridden, susceptible to influence, unsure of self, reliable. Subject overview. Subject has fully engaged supervisor, trust yet to be specific or scientifically proven. All signs point towards full cooperation. Update. Subject may be aware of test. Suggest we disengage if subject decides to leave his post. Susceptibility to manipulation. Looks like 9 out of 10. Supervisor sign off, e.g. We're going to keep that. And for Delilah. Subject, Delilah A. Age 43. Program status review, 10 weeks. Observational traits, reliable, observant, charismatic, selfish. Skewed perception of personal history. Pertinent observed facts. Never married, no kids, rarely hikes or leaves immediate surroundings. Multiple lovers despite long tie partner Javier. Susceptibility to manipulation, 3 out of 10. Supervisor sign off, e.g. Okay, well, that was quite the series of discoveries. Doesn't really give us anything concrete other than we've definitely been observed. So I'm going to hike back to Two Forks Lookout. I'm up here in Wapti. I wonder if I can go any further north or if it's fenced off. Logically, I'm probably just going to double back through that gate and come up through Thunder Canyon like I did yesterday. But while I'm here, do I still have that? Is this thing going to do anything anymore? Has this become my new compass now? It looks like it has. Well, I can see it in the dark. That's kind of nice. Yeah, they might have fenced off the area. With all the tense music going on and the very obvious direction of go back to my tower, it seems like probably no exploring up that way anyway. I've left enough evidence of my time here, probably. So yeah, the idea is going to be to try to make it back to the gate, head out said gate, south towards Jonesy Lake. Well, no, not quite. I think we cut off just before we got to the lake. And then that took me down to Thunder Canyon. Follow the canyon, go through the cave, and then back to my camp. Or tower, whatever. That place I've been living all summer. And again, all these questions, though, we've got these reports with our names on them. I mean, it's kind of hard to say that's not about us. It's got our names, our ages, pertinent details about us. Feels like, it's not just paranoia anymore. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to turn a little bit back to the north to find the gate. Feels like it's going too far. Yeah, it sure was. All right, every wrong path narrows it down to the right one, hopefully. A little further. Yeah, this is obviously not a speed run of the game. I wonder what those are like. I bet they're interesting. Okay, yeah. And there's a jump I need to make. very, very bad. Not. Oh man, that's a problem too. One after the other.
Delilah, there's smoke coming from the site. I just climbed out of there and the bridge collapsed.
What the hell happened to you? It's definitely not the best idea.
It wasn't the best
It
idea.
wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What do we do?
We gotta call it in. It's a fire.
We just call it in like any other fire.
And what about who started it? What about them?
The person who started it?
Yeah.
We're talking about people watching us out here who are now burning the forest and everything in it around us. I don't know what to do about that.
Except get the hell out.
Yes, get us the hell out of here.
I will.
The wave receiver's doing something?
This receiver just picked something up.
Like a signal? It's going beep beep.
Yeah, what could it be?
I don't know. You gotta find out.
All right, I'm on my way now.
You know what I just picked up?
No.
A fifth of Major Bueno tequila from the creek.
Are you drunk?
No! I am getting drunk.
The distinction.
Hey, Dee, I don't want to harsh your vibe, but maybe, just maybe, that's a bad idea.
Henry.
What?
You're harshing my vibe.
How dare
My
I?
thinking is I could stay up all night worried I'm gonna lose my job because of the side fire, or I could not worry and let the chips fall where they may. It's not like there's any proof we were down there.
My thinking is I'm going to follow this wave receiver.
Like there's no proof. I've got all these pictures. I've got the wave receiver.
Ay. I'll just leave you alone with whatever these thoughts are.
Staring at the fire here, I was going to keep walking, but I remembered that I haven't actually gotten a picture of the fire at night. It made me think about when the whole flapjack fire started, watching it with Delilah that night, and her talking about how beautiful they look in the night. So, again, despite having limited picture opportunities left, well, let's get one from here. Do we? 7 pictures. Maybe I pull back a little bit, really kind of frame it from the tower. No. Yeah, if I've got to stop and think about that much, maybe it's a sign I shouldn't. Yeah, we'll hold off. Oh, how did I... Okay. Kind of takes the idea of navigating out of the way. I'm just following the blinking light, the beeping sound. Okay, maybe I jinxed myself. I felt like there was a break in the trees somewhere around here. I'm hoping that by going this way it'll loop us around back towards the west. Going further south should have taken us back down towards that creek, which didn't seem like the way to go. Doesn't mean this is, but... not knowing where we're going or what we're tracking makes it a bit tough. Gap in brush. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to have this in my hand while I clear that. Maybe I need to get closer to it to clear it. Maybe I'm supposed to find something else before I clear it. It's got to be this way, doesn't it? I guess not necessarily, but it really seems like it. Okay, this wasn't the right path then. Still kind of felt like it should have been, the way the beeping is dispersing and getting softer and weaker now, but... Huh. Nice and dark out here. I guess if I pass south of the medicine circle, the medicine wheel, and if it starts pointing back to the north, I'll know. It's to the east of here. I mean... Maybe I need to face it backwards and Henry will walk his way through somehow on his own. Okay. Well, that wasn't quite what I was looking to do, but... Strange backpack. I think it's the backpack. What do you guys think? Ah.
Shit!
Oh, jeez.
What? Ah!
Okay, wow. So we have a strange backpack. Man, this was an ordeal to get back here for this. There's a key. Cave 452. I remember Cave 452. Is that all I care about with this backpack?
I found some sort of supply bag, light camping gear, some clothes, basics, but it was alarmed. I think that's what was making the receiver go haywire.
You're okay? It's not a trap or anything?
Yeah, I'm fine, but there's also a set of keys here. I don't know why they'd be hidden out here. They say Shoshone National Forest, Cave 452. Is that the one in the canyon?
Yeah, it is. Who the hell took them?
And what the hell is in that cave?
Okay, let's just think.
Says the woman with a half a bottle of tequila in her belly.
Maybe they're panicking and we're preparing to beat it. The fire has them spooked and we have new walkie-talkies, so we have the upper hand.
Yeah, well, it's hard to feel like you have the upper hand when you're standing in the dark in the middle of the woods.
True.
Oh. Well, you're back in your tower. Maybe you need a drink too.
I'm not in my tower.
I'm not in my
Yeah.
tower.
Uh-oh.
I am looking at a man standing in your lookout. And it's not you.
Definitely not.
It is not me.
Oh my god, go.
I'm going.
Go back to lookout. Okay. That seems dubious, dangerous. Am I going the right way? Northeast is promising. Yeah. This whole place feels so different at night. But yeah, the idea of getting back to my tower and locking up the other night to avoid whatever's out there, to somebody's in my tower, let's go back. It sounds dangerous. What else do you do, I suppose, but absence of choice isn't really the justification for making poor choices, is it? I don't have a better option. I can't just stand there in the woods and stare at my navigator. I'm running with purpose here, but am I going the right way?
Hey, I got turned around. Is that
jeez.
person still there?
No, he's gone.
I'll call you when I get back.
I wonder if I'd actually taken a more direct route, if that would have worked. I mean, I'm technically on path. I'm flanking them. That's what I'm doing. And I mean, I'm glad there's not somebody waiting for me in my tower, to be totally honest. I don't know what they were doing, and that's got me a little spooked, but maybe sprinting in there is not the right answer. Kind of that check my surroundings before I head up idea. Why can I hop over this? I noticed it the other day, so it's not new, but... Okay. Probably shouldn't waste whatever water is here. Now's not the time probably to be playing around with the tower, though. Stairs look okay. Landing looks okay. Nothing's overhead. There's not like a bowling ball waiting to take me out or my typewriter. It seems empty.
I don't see anyone up here.
He was just there.
Uh-oh.
Left a cassette player taped to my damn door.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, let's see what's on it.
Kind of all you can do at that point. All right, let's listen.
I'm so sick of letting these people do this to us. We should just burn the place down.
Delilah,
What? Think about it.
I am.
Ouch, that's some editing.
It's a tape of us talking down at the site. It sounds like it was recorded from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down and that it was your idea.
No.
We are screwed.
No!
Dee, just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening, Henry?
Oh, man.
I'm so sick of letting these people do this to us. We should just burn the place down.
Delilah,
What? Do this to us. We should just burn the place down.
Delilah,
God,
Burn
I
the
think I'm
place
gonna be
down.
sick.
Delilah.
What? Think of...
Let's go a little bit further. That was Burn This Place Down, completed day 77.
What's wrong?
Someone claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So I just got off the horn with that lookout who's wondering what I know, or that I'm an arsonist, or that I'm fucking losing it. Furthermore, I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up.
That's a fair point I hadn't even considered.
What someone's been keeping in that cave.
Yeah, we got to
I'm
check
going
that.
down there now.
We don't have a lot of time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
We have to stick together, okay? Keep our story straight. From the first day with those girls to the person breaking in on our conversation, everything. We gotta be honest
And open, yes.
consistent.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know.
Yeah, let's keep going a little bit further. It seems like such a hard place to break away now. I know we're getting closer to things coming to a boil, but let's push forward just a little bit further. We'll still find a breaking point today before the biggest of it all. Man, look at that. Now let's go. Let's do it. Maybe I'm setting us up for an even harder put the book down chapter break when we break next, but if it comes to that, maybe it'll just be a nice dramatic moment. We've got this key, we've got this cave. We've definitely got a lot going on between Henry and Delilah and whatever mystery is going on out there. Okay, we actually want to double back just a little bit to our east-southeast before turning north. So turning left. East-southeast. Then turn north. It's east-northeast. Those letters mean something. Doesn't feel like I'm doing this right. Yeah, it was a roundabout path, but I think we found the path. All it took was a map that shows me exactly where I am and a compass with letters on it, or a digital readout. But yeah, was that the gap? I mean, they all seem like they take me in the same place. It's kind of weird. I guess I did approach this direction one time when we were headed up to check on those down lines. I was trying to think, did I come this way, to get to the cave? So often I've come through the other way. Still a marvel the way he just drops down these. I'm sure it's not as bad as it looks, but to me that would be well beyond anything I would attempt. Coming down this hill so far seems a little easier than I'd been taking it coming up it and getting confused and turned around. Yeah, the vibrant colors have really given way to a smoke-covered haze over everything. Kind of.
Hey, you didn't actually make that call, right? To the other lookout?
Of course not.
It just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me. But now that I asked, I kind of just wish I hadn't.
You're not wrong to think about that sort of thing.
Of course I didn't. No way. They're trying to pit us against each other.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not gonna happen, though.
Exactly.
Henry.
Yeah, we've done nothing wrong. There's a mountain of fake evidence against us, but we haven't done anything wrong. We've made some dubious choices, sure, but we haven't done the things that we're being alleged of having done. Here is our cave. All right, cave 452. All right, here we go. I didn't see him pick the key back up, but it's not in the lock anymore, so. Oop.
What the hell?
Well, that's a problem. I can't unlock it from this side.
Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah! Send someone to the cave, please!
Well, that would be terrifying.
Can't get any damn reception. Jesus, this is a big cave.
Long, steep drop. It is definitely...
Yes. Yes. Maybe I can get out through here.
Oh yeah, I've got that. Pulaski. Again, this is one of those, you can't just stand around and do nothing, but it still seems like one of those extra terrifying moments of just being trapped somewhere, trying to, find your way down here and getting stuck somewhere. No one really knows where I am. I'm locked down here. Any number of things could go wrong. Not to mention there's fire out there. After the last jump, getting away from the research station, this seems dangerous. Go, go, go. Okay.
It's freezing in here.
I haven't been in too many caves, but it is always amazing the temperature difference in a cave. I mean, it shouldn't be amazing. It's underground. It's, that's science, but the temperature difference.
Is anybody down there?
This doesn't seem like the way to approach that, but... Okay. Thankfully, the game is smart enough to stop me from just throwing myself down there. And this cave's really done a good job of making that isolation feel all the more. I mean, you don't hear the sounds of nature. There's no music. There's no wind anymore. There's just that kind of hum almost. The color has changed and the wind is back. What are we going to find? Long drop down.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Nothing yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
So you didn't find anything?
No, there's a spot where someone had sunk an anchor, but the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous.
No, not at all. Where am I? Okay. Okay. I mean, obviously I can't follow the dotted line back through the cave. I guess the next best path is forward. And by forward, I mean not that forward. Maybe this forward.
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Really?
Yeah, he built himself a real castle.
Oh, nice. A dinosaur. How about a picture?
Bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. that's perfect.
You know, maybe he made it because he was afraid of them.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Sorry.
That would be rough. 5 degrees north. By Richard Sturgeon. Part of that Neil Black series. Kind of impressive how sheltered this is here for these books to be just fine.
He'd hide out here to read comics. The Black Band, his grief is his enemy's sorrow. Everyone this guy loves gets killed, so he honors them with a black armband which gives him superpowers.
Well, that's fucking dark.
Yeah, that is dark. Again, April of 86. This has been out here. This is summer of 89 now, so it's been years.
He was in the middle of really sprucing up the joint when they left. It's a little weird that he'd just leave so much of his stuff out here.
Well, maybe they were in a hurry when they left. Like I said, he wasn't supposed to be out here.
Could be. She did say that they left quick.
They almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dump water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was going to bring him back to. Not that it ended up mattering.
Old pillow. Seat cushion? A dinosaur. Nice details on it. Kind of an unceremonious drop. The Goodwin's family crest. It's a really nice sign. I didn't really want to just unceremoniously give it the toss like that, but
Hey, remember that pack I found?
oh,
Back on your second day? Yeah.
I found a plan Brian drew about how he was going to get it back.
Oh, I'm sure it was quite elaborate.
It's
Yeah.
some Wile E. Coyote stuff, I'll tell you that
it does kind of have that vibe. Backpack retrieval plan Mark IV. Boards, rope, rocks, tools. Yeah, pack contents, rope and camera. Yeah, like, magnet hook. Cool thought.
Brian was doing a science fair project about bouncing radio waves off of a meteor shower.
Poor
Interesting.
kid left his homework?
In
Yeah.
6th grade.
He must have been pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, sharper than a lot of the grown-up knuckleheads I'm used to, yeah.
Yeah, but not smarter than yours truly, right?
Wait, are you seriously feeling threatened by the intelligence of a 12-year-old you've never even met?
No, of
I'm
course
just
not.
saying I'm pretty, with it. I'm a pretty bright bulb.
Yeah, Henry, you're a regular Rhodes Scholar.
Nice. I found an old school folder. Brian was a hell of a doodler.
He was, yeah. Well, yeah, I noticed we'd uncovered some things here.
There's some
Nerdy
grade A
document.
dork contraband here.
You found his pocket protector?
I found
cool.
a data sheet for one Gladius Silva, half elf, armor 7.
Classic wizards and wyverns.
Player Brian Gladius Silva. Chaotic Good, Half-Elf Ranger, level 4. Male, 29, 5'8", 135. Rugged appearance, black hair, blue-green eyes. Studded leather. Longsword, throwing dagger, battle axe, short sword. Good stuff.
Huh. Brian stole his dad's climbing gear, his anchors.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. I think he was gonna hide them in a cash box or something and never got around to it. I mean, he left a note for a ranger to find them and send them back to him in Nebraska.
Because he hated climbing?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Ned was pushing him, and
Ah,
pretending to lose his anchors was the easiest way to put a stop to it.
good kid logic.
I hope it worked. God, what an asshole.
Yeah. Man, that is the sort of thing that would have caused me to catch a beating growing up.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past old Ned.
Dear Ranger, hi, my name is Brian Goodwin. If you find this note, it should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Could you do me a favor and return them to me? Brian Goodwin, in the mail. My address is 55 Foxtrot Lane, North Platte, Nebraska, 69101. If you tell me your name and address, I will give you a reward for this. You are probably wondering why I left these here. Well, they are my dad's, and I don't want him to lose them, but I don't want to do any more climbing on this trip, so I thought I should pretend to lose them. But if you help me get them back, everyone will be happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranger. Brian. P.S. The reward will be good. Very cool.
There's a ham radio schematic here, something Brian was working on.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that was the one thing Ned did do with him. You know, tinkering on stuff like that.
Interesting but wrong. I can think of notes on projects kind of like that too. And not conventional. That doesn't mean it's bad necessarily, but yeah, there's a lot to be said for understanding why convention came to be on stuff. So a lot of this is definitely beyond my understanding, but very cool work. Yeah, Radio Godwin with Brian and Ned. So they were working together on that. That's cool.
There's also a postcard here from Brian to, I guess, his neighbor,
What's it say?
that he's with his dad and sorry he can't mow his lawn this summer.
Oh, gosh.
And also he was worried his dad didn't know when school started. I'd say that's a lucky break if I were him.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ned didn't really seem like a, with it dad.
The little details. I'm noticing the address here where he had to scratch out the miswritten zip code there. That just seems like such a kid thing. It's like, oh yeah, I started writing it, and it's like, oh, I wrote that wrong. Scribble it out and write the correct number there. Dear Mr. Zackler, I'm with my dad in Lander, Wyoming. It's pretty neat. Most of Wyoming looks like home in Nebraska. I'm sorry I can't mow your lawn this summer, but I hope you found a good person to do it instead. Can you write back and tell my dad when school starts? Because I don't think he knows. Your friend and neighbor, Brian Goodwin. Gotta keep that with me. This is the bundle I'm here for anyway. Okay. I'm supposed to go back to the cave, right? Explore deeper. Well, where does this go then? I swear, yeah. Okay. wonder if this is just how I can get back here then, or... Because I would think I could just double back to the cave from where I am, couldn't I? Or did I drop down a long drop to end up here, and that's why I've got to circle back? Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, saying that out loud, I think it was up here, wasn't it? Okay, that makes sense. Except now I've got to navigate out of this this area again, and it got me last time, and apparently it's going to get me again this time. Not as bad, though. A good test on how well that's going to hold. Thankfully, so far so good.
What do you think is in there?
I have no idea. What do you think?
I don't know, really. I mean, we gotta find out. What do you think?
Whatever it is, they don't want you telling anyone about.
I mean, they closed the door when they could have just...
Bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with a
Are you serious with this shit right now?
hatchet. God, are you sure you want to go back in there?
Not really, but I kind of gotta.
Honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what is worth doing everything that's been done to us.
Yeah, me too. And not going to jail would be a nice kicker. Oh, also, those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them.
Good. I mean, I know I didn't.
Took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and landed in jail.
Oh, good. I mean, I'm glad they're happy, but...
Dodged a bullet.
And I'm glad, I'm glad they're okay. I'm
Yeah,
kind of glad they're in jail, too.
You've
But,
got enough unanswered shit to answer for, I'd say.
well, yeah, that is a bit of good news. Did I take the wrong turn up here? I feel like I'm getting higher, not lower. Well, maybe it'll cut down to where I need to be here. Let's make our way back to this cave, though. I mean, we've got to get back there. I mean, the game's telling us to, but, there's obviously something I'm supposed to find there, right? Glad I've got this flashlight. Kind of nice, too, to have that feeling here where the eyes are acclimating. And it's like, okay, it was really hard to see for a second, but now I've been in the dark a bit. The return to Cave 452. Maybe this is a good place to call it for today. I don't think we're too far off from the end of things. We still have some time tomorrow to continue. Might make for a longer session tomorrow. I can't exactly remember how close we are to the end of things, but this seems like there's enough drama without me being right in the middle of, like, cutting off somebody's sentence, of some dramatic reveal or some, grand unveiling of something. Let's also make sure I can save my game. Let's definitely get that done. But yeah, so we've made it around. We've made it back to Cave 452 with some climbing equipment now. So it looks like I do want to see what's down there, but maybe it'll be better to, hit it fresh tomorrow. Let the events of today kind of sink in a little bit, rattle around up there. Let that speculation go. It's like, what will we find deep in 452? Who knows? What has been going on? There's just so many unanswered questions still. I'm glad that the girls had been found safe and, nothing bad had happened to them other than self-inflicted problems. But that was encouraging. But there's still so much out there. I mean, why have we been watched and monitored? Who is doing this? Who locked me in here? Who made the tape? Questions. So yeah, let's just leave that mystery to be a mystery for another day, and let's plan to come back tomorrow for the conclusion to Firewatch. Let's head back to the desk and finish out the day. I'm going to save it one more time, just an abundance of paranoia there. Okay. We'll head back to the desk and talk a bit, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Seeing so much there. I mean, the mystery deepening so much. The paranoia of it all. Both Henry and Delilah dealing with just unknown after unknown. Finding paperwork with their names on it. And something has been listening and monitoring. We're definitely not alone. There's records kept about us. People are making tapes. Starting fires. There's so much out there that who's doing this and why. It's both Delilah and I on this. I like her quick thinking to swap out the radios and get a new one so that we at least have some level of communication that's not being monitored, hopefully, like the other ones definitely had been. I don't know what I'd be doing if I didn't have her along there with me too to kind of keep me grounded, because if we went against each other, that would be like that last anchor to any sort of safety net of reality. I'd be, worried that she would try to pin something on me. Probably she'd be worried about the same. Whatever entity or group is out there doing other things, I'm not sure what hand we'd be playing into even, because there's just so much we don't know. But yeah, for what was just supposed to be a summer of isolation in the wilderness watching for fires, this was really changed a lot of different directions for Henry, I think. I'm really excited to see where things go. There's, like I say, still so much unanswered, but that's going to kind of be that to be continued thought. So after tomorrow's episode of Persona a Day, which again should be a shorter one, I'm going to plan to meet back here, and we're just going to push through. We're going to head into Cave 452, see what we can find, see where that pushes us, and the plan is to finish off the game tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. I hope you are as well. Well, yeah, let's look forward to that. So I've been Tom Shima. I want to thank you so much for being here. It's been a lot of fun to have you along for this journey, this little trip through the fire and the wilderness with me. It's a lot of fun doing that as a group. I've been Tom Shima. I'm going to stream the rest of this tomorrow. I hope you can join me then. I'm also going to upload the whole series to my YouTube channel once it's complete. I'll have today's episode uploaded later in case you want to look back on any of it. And if you don't have a chance to make it tomorrow, I will have the finale up there on YouTube as soon as it's ready to go as well. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for sharing what you did with me today, and I hope I can see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and goodbye.